down the Gazette at Christmas time because
Yeah.
there were four children looking for presents in our house, and
Hmm.
my father and mother didn't have a stick of furniture when they moved into that house because they had been living in their my grandfather's house, and now
Yeah.
they had suddenly, and soon after they moved there, they had four children, and they had to borrow money to buy furniture, and so they bought very little, and my father made some of it.
Yeah.
And at Christmas time, my mother, who was the most resourceful woman I ever knew, would make our Christmas presents. She would make dolls for us, and she would take our, if we, there were three girls in our family then, so she would take all our old dolls and make them new outfits for Christmas. And she would go down to the 5 and 10 and buy a color book and crayons, and that's what we usually got for Christmas: a new color book and new crayons,
Hmm.
because we did a lot of coloring in those days.
Yeah.
And my mother would read to us, and so we loved being read to, and we were good readers when we started school. And we went to the library every noon because there was no noon. There was a long noon recess because most of the people walked to school, and so they had a hour and a half lunch hour, and we'd eat our lunch at the school in about 10 minutes, and then we'd walk up the hill to Forbes Library, and they had a wonderful children's library filled with all kinds of exhibits and stereographic things and books, and oh, it was heaven. We all we all became bookworms,
Yeah.
and so we'd always have a book in our hand when we left, and if my father was late, it didn't bother us at all because we could read our books. And we wouldn't leave until shortly after the owner of the paper, Charlie DeRose, and Sid Smith too, the business manager. They'd all leave at more or less the same time, and if they saw us sitting there, and they usually did, and if we weren't engrossed in a book, they would wave to us and smile, and they
Hmm.
knew us quite well.